Here we are. Everybody, welcome. We are back. June 22nd, this day of our Lord, on Utah Beach. We are Tabletop Anthologies. We are playing War Stories, a story about a tank crew driving Blackjack, an M4 Sherman Tank. And we are in the middle of combat. They just landed at the end of the previous episode and just got into the actual fighting itself. We are down a couple players today, and that's okay. We got people subbing in for them, which is fine. We'll go around real quick, and then we will get started. We'll start with rank. Judge Wolf. Judge Wolf is playing our gunner, Joseph Ojos Bishop. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm doing swell. Ready to take out some tanks.
I'm ready to fucking take out some anti-tank guns. Let's do this.
Let's do this. He also will be playing our tank commander today, since Forlath is absent. Our tank commander's name is Kris Knoblauch. And both him and Bishop had been in Africa together. I will be doing his actions. I can't act like him. I'm not that good. I don't know. I think we're going to definitely need an attempt.
I get out of the tank and run forward.
See? You've sold me already. Next up, played by Severian. His mom must not have liked him or something. I'm not sure. He's going to be Tech 5 Buddy Guy, our driver.
Yeah. Ready to go fast.
Ready to go fast. Fast and furious?
Yep.
You're just going to leave the propellers on?
Gonna break up these bunkers and yeah. Yeah, I got to figure out how to get rid of that. I forgot to ask you if we still have a flotation device on us.
It is still hanging around the tank. That's something that
Okay.
You're going to want to do when there's no combat.
Right.
Or maybe I'll just end up shooting it off, depending on how good my shots are today.
It's a blade of armor is what it is.
Yeah, it's all canvas. All canvas. And then he also will be playing his partner, his second set of eyes, the Bog Gunner, played by Preacher, who's not with us as well, Everett Sweet Pea Pines. So you'll be making those extra rolls that either assist you as a driver, or you can rack off the 30 cal machine gun and drop some Germans.
Sounds good.
And then last, our young buck in the tank here. He's our loader, played by Hades, Calvin Horner.
Hello, mate.
I don't know that was his
Is that what
accent.
fucking Horner sounds like?
We didn't pick up an Aussie.
File was not found, and I jumped to apparently the most adjacent.
It's not-
I was not
New
ready.
England,
I
not
wasn't
England.
paying attention.
Module not activated. Yeah, Calvin Horner is locked and loaded. He's
Okay.
ready to move some ammunitions.
Also, by the way, we'll have to tip our hats today to Donald Sutherland. He played a man and a tank. He was a tank commander, playing oddball. So hats off to him. One reminder.
Hold
Hats
on.
off. Hats
No,
off.
yeah. No, you just put your fucking helmet on and then said hats off. You literally did the opposite of what you said. There you go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Helmets on. Helmets off. Reminder, if you do rolls with the sheet inside the tank, make sure you're including any negative modifiers you might have from either being tired or being nervous or from fear. So make sure you check your reference sheet or your character sheet in case you do have that. I think Hades is the only one that has that, and he's tired.
Oh, he got rid of that.
No, I was nervous, but I was about to say I did get rid of that, right? With my
Yeah, that's not there anymore. Yeah.
No, it shows on my sheet.
Does it? It should on
Nervous.
the
On
one
my personal
the, beach shows that it's not there.
Well, I just unclicked it.
Oh, I saw
But just
tired.
now.
I didn't see nervous.
Tired.
Yeah, it was. You had
Oh,
tired
it's
checked,
to the right. Why did I have tired? Maybe I
don't-
clicked the wrong one.
probably.
Yeah, it's closer to the nervous, so I must have clicked the wrong one.
Okay. Before we get started, anybody have any questions? Since Bishop, you're man in the TC role, you can fire away with anything you want. Sev, you missed, so we can do a quick answer question sesh if you need it.
No, I'm pretty good. I'm ready to jump in whenever you are.
And Sev, buddy guy.
I'm good to go. I just need my orders of where to drive. Sounds like I'm going towards that little break in the wall.
All right. Well,
Drive me closer. I want to hit him with my sword.
All in all,
Sword.
it's just another break in the wall.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Oh,
Disgusting.
God. So let me know whenever we get into this first round. I got some Knoblauch action.
Okay. Just loading up my my sounds here. Also, make sure you guys can adjust your sound if you need to. But I'm gonna put on a couple for atmosphere and such. Play that. And then one more. There
Remind
it
me
is.
how many lucky strikes you can hold. Is it just one?
How many lucky strikes? What about
Yeah.
him? Oh no,
How
you can
many
hold two.
at a time? Two. Okay.
Yep. Okay, so there we are. Adjusted that, and we'll switch over to the map. And we had ended last on our first round of combat, so there we go. Better. Okay. All right. So we ended our first round of combat. So we'll start our second round, and we're using what's called the dynamic initiative for this. So every time each round ends, we re-roll initiative. So kind of keeps with the I don't know what's going on in battle kind of situation here. So I will draw everybody, and away we go. Port, your turn. Do you have anything you want to go into, PC?
Yeah, sorry, I'm pulling up the list of the couple of the pins that you had made. I had them up, and I don't know where the hell they went. So Knoblauch would be getting on the horn to Bandito. He's in charge of Bandito, right? Like that's basically he's the squad leader for our two tanks, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so he'd get on the horn. Bandito. This is Blackjack. Over.
And at first, you don't get a response.
Bandito. This is Blackjack. Over.
And you kind of hear him shouting, "This is Sanchez. Go for Bandito."
Bandito, get some AP onto that target of yours that's zeroed in on you. Once you do that, I want you to start launching into this forward bunker. We're going to rattle their can. We need to start heading up to the north. The southern way is mined.
And another second or two goes by, and he says, "Copy that." So
Okay.
I haven't. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's it. I just
Okay.
I wanted to make sure that the goal here is I know that he had a short round land near him from that bunker into there. Once Bandito's done taking care of whatever he is, then I need him to start adding fire into what we're going to be punching into. Other than that, Knoblauch would get onto our internal comms, say, Sweet Pea, make sure that you're squirting anything that looks like infantry. We need to keep their heads down so our crunchies can get moving forward.
Sweet Pea, buddy.
You're Sweet Pea driver, man.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry. All right, I'm on it.
I'm on it. So we'll
And
start.
One more question.
Sure.
I know. I'm just making sure. The 50 cal that's mounted up on top is a cupola mount, right? Like it is. There's no internal, like, workings with that to get that to fire off. Correct.
You mean just like somebody can jump up and start?
No.
hammering if they
I
want?
mean, like, there is when we're hauled down, right?
Yeah.
So when we're hauled down, there's no way to fire that 50 cal.
No, you can. Haul down basically means the only thing that shows is your turd and up. So that
Knoblauch is not going to poke his head out. I know that he wants to go run in front of the tank, but he has his hatch closed too. So the hatch is closed. There's no way to fire the 50 cal, right?
Correct. Yeah, you would have to get out or have one of the crunchies get on top and let the does do the firing.
Hades, you want to run out there and take down some of the canvas and then get on the gun?
No, you got that reverse order.
Oh, sorry.
Get on the gun for when we see enemies. We see enemies. Get off the gun.
Get on the canvas. So for Knoblauch just talking, I think that's pretty much it then. I hold on, let me double check. So to Buddy Guy, he's going to be saying, take us forward at flank speed. Keep us out of the field of fire for that bunker. We're going to be pumping some rounds into that, and then we'll change to the north.
You got it, TC. Moving up.
That's pretty much it. I can't think of anything else he wanted to say.
Cool.
Yes. He didn't say anything. I'm sorry, he didn't say anything to Calvin Hort. Calvin, you're doing a great job down there. There you go. All right, now I'm done. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So first up is going to be an MG42. Let's see. Sanchez is also in, so we're gonna do some doe shooting. Oops.
That's not very nice.
What's that?
I said that's not very nice. Yeah, and I will, Hades. Don't worry. I will.
Where's it coming from?
The MG fire. Stand by
Yep.
1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that is going to be, where's my +3. So you might not be able to see it, but Bandito definitely has a front row seat. Right next to him, there's a conglomerate of guys. They're kind of huddled around the side of the tank, almost using it as a shelter. And amidst all the other combat sounds and everything else going on, an MG42 is ripping from one of the to Brooks up on above the seawall, and the troops next to his tank just literally get ripped in half. Legs are getting cut off. Actually, head just pops like a cherry tomato in Lord of the Rings. This machine gun is vicious, and it drops the troops standing next to his tank. So they're dead, and then his turn is up, which takes me to this next anti-tank gun. He is kind of catty corner from Bandito, and actually he's gonna pop at Badger. So 150. -1 for smoke, -1 for distance. He lands That's going to be tough. -3, +3 for the damage. 2 points on. So we're going to take him down. So again, you might not notice it. The crews in the area and the does in the area might see it. Just north is Badger, one of your fellow tanks in Baker Company, and it suddenly takes a hard round in the side of the tank, and it definitely rattles their can. It doesn't penetrate the armor or anything like that, but it probably scared the shit out of them. So that was the 50 millimeter. That's turn. All right, so Sweet Pea, you are up. You're our first PC of the game.
All right. Remind me, is there a specific cone of fire I have with this turret?
You do. Basically, it's like a 42-degree angle. Whatever the base is here. So if you see how that is, do you see it on the map?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
And then.
All right. So. I don't think I'd be able to see that where that machine gun was shooting on the hill, and I definitely can't get the tank gun. So I'm just going to be spraying at this window here to the north.
Is there an attempt to just suppress them, scare them?
Yeah, essentially suppress them, because it's unlikely that from this angle that we're going to get a good shot in there, but just keep that window suppressed, you know, maybe bullets ricocheting around on it and stuff.
Okay. Are you in the tank sheet?
Yes.
Okay. So you see under the weapons, the 1919 30 cal?
Yep.
Okay. All the way on the right, you'll want to roll. So since you're doing, are you going to be burst or is it going to be full auto?
Full auto.
Full auto? Okay. So full auto and suppression, that's going to be a +6 to your roll.
All right. Do I just left click?
No, just click the dice and it's going to bring up the modifier automatically. Jesus.
All right.
Okay. So how would you like to use? Let me see how many he has. Oops.
He has 2 currently.
2.
Lucky strikes on his sheet, it says.
Okay. Then he's maxed. So, what would you like to do with those?
Let's see. Just looking at the list now. Maybe a fast action. No, that's reacting to stuff. I can give those to someone too, right? I'm trying to remember what you can do to.
Yeah, you can give them to them if it makes
if you're
sense that you're giving them one. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
how is it helping this person that you shot?
Okay.
So
Maybe
also, just to interrupt you, sorry. In the rules reference sheet that I have, if you click on suppression, it will talk about how you can use some lucky strikes. So if you have extras, you can use them to potentially actually cause the target to get hit by a ricochet. Or, you know, to kill somebody.
Okay. If suppressed. Yeah, that sounds good. We'll do that.
Okay. So if you want to do that, so for those 3, I'm going to need 3 d6s roll, please.
Okay.
Okay. So that isn't successful, but your suppression is.
Can I push that?
What's that?
Or is that not? Can I push that, or is that not pushable?
I don't know that that's pushable.
Okay.
If it is, I don't believe I saw it in the rules.
Okay.
Unless anybody else has a good thought on it, I would say that it is not. Just because it's already it's on a lucky strike already, you're just going to see if you kill him or not, or just happen to get a ricochet kill. So okay. I guess go ahead and tell me Tell me what you do here, Sweet Pea.
So Sweet Pea swivels that gun up towards that nest there and just starts hosing down that little window that he can see.
So all around the entrance of that giant casemate bunker, you obviously through the heavy smoke and the battle that's just raging on, you see your rounds. I mean, you walk them right up in there, and they're pinging all around. You see the cement specks kind of, popping dust, but that's all you can see. You don't see what might be happening on the inside.
Okay.
And that was your slow action. Do you want to do anything with your fast action ability or option?
I'm trying to remember what else those are, but I don't think there's anything else I can do at the moment with those. I think everything I want to do is a slow action.
Yeah, for the most part, most of the fast actions seem to be geared more towards the does or the infantry as opposed to the tankers.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Okay. All right. So then, Sweet Pea, you're done. Buddy Guy, hey, you're back up.
Here we go, boys! I just floor it. The goal is to get up on the side of this crater and angle the gun up right towards the bunker.
Which bunker?
The one right in front of us. So there's this crater here. I'm assuming there's a lip on it that I can go up onto a little bit and just aim the gun right up there.
You can do that. That's 70 meters. Each movement for you is, I believe, 20. Let me check your tank real quick.
Barrel does have up and down, right?
Yes. Yeah. Since it's off-road, it's considered 20. So,
okay. Go ahead and roll
first...
my operate then.
Yeah, so for you, it is going to be, let's see, your driver, operate. And then any modifiers your character might have. Because I don't have any.
I will spend a lucky strike to add 2 dice to my pool.
Okay. Oh, and while he's doing that, Hades, do you mind taking 50 rounds off of Preacher's 30 cal? Okay, so you're successful and you're able to move 20 meters initially here.
All right.
You said 50, right?
50, yes, please.
Captain.
Sorry, game's paused.
I was wondering why it wasn't moving.
Okay.
That was about 20.
Yeah, it should be two. It should be 2 squares.
Propeller.
Oh, I think I moved 3. There you go. So I'm only able to move that far just because we're off-road in the sand and stuff then, right?
That's just with your slow action. You still have a fast action, which in the list of combat, a fast action is still also operating a vehicle. So for you, it'd be continuing to drive the tank. So you can keep moving if you want, but you have to do another roll.
Okay, yeah, definitely. I will do that.
Okay.
Cool.
So yeah, moving another 1, 2, yeah. Okay. Tell me what goes on. What you doing, buddy?
So Buddy's looking fairly relaxed and just, surprisingly relaxed for this current situation because he's so focused and the adrenaline is pumping, and that's just what he lives for. So he's just really focused on moving that tank forward and getting it positioned and watching where all the heavy tank, anti-tank guns are shooting from.
So you're flooring it and moving up.
Yep.
So that tank, it little slower than normal, obviously due to the sand and stuff, but it does move up. It is digging in, and you guys start to make your way closer to the beach and the seawall. That. So that was your fast action buddy guy. Now we are up to the TC, Kris Knoblauch.
1 second, I'm reading through a couple of things here while you were talking here. So, question.
Yes.
The TC ordering, right?
Yes.
Is that an additional slow action?
It's a fast action.
No. So the TC can say, okay, here's the order, go do this thing, as their fast action, right? Does that give somebody an extra slow action, or does that just bring them up to his particular shooting
That
time?
brings him up to his initiative. They have
Okay.
to sacrifice their fast action, but they can do a slow action.
Okay, so they don't get an extra slow action because of that.
No.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I think the best thing that I can do right now is I need to see how far along we moved. Okay, so
And don't forget, your turret is at this time probably 15 to 20 degrees to
Yeah.
the right.
right, yeah, because I took out this target right here.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so there was something else that I was looking for. Sorry, I'm running. I've been running through these, and I've been trying to. I keep bouncing back and forth in between your stuff. There we go. Make a plan. Okay, I'm just going to ask. I'm trying to look through it. I hate
Okay.
asking this shit.
That's fine.
Aside from him spotting for me, is he able to benefit anybody else, like say the driver, like, you know, to issue out orders to him to get him, like, hey, you know, like trying to bolster him in his next role?
For the most part, that would be kind of like the order part of
Right. So okay, that's fine.
other than actually making like a rally, which is more
Right.
different, you know, more used towards like suppression or guts types roles.
Okay, got it. Okay, then the only thing I'm going to have him do then is for his. It does not say whether or not spotting for me is a fast or slow action.
It is a slow action perception check.
Okay, slow action. So he's going to spot for me.
Okay.
That way, so that's going to be a perception check. The hatch is closed, so it's -2 on that.
Correct. And with the smoke, it'll be -3.
Okay, so
Heavy
-3. Let me see if he's got any talents here. Tanker, tactician, inspire. He's super inspiring. Nope. So -3. So that is perception at -3. Can I not roll using his sheet?
Maybe not. Let me give you permission. Hang on. Figure ownership. Owner, observer, server, owner. Try now.
You can't own a person, man. Come on.
It's the words in the game.
He can't see shit through his turret.
He can't
all right,
see
so that's
shit.
his slow action. Is he able to control the turret, or is it just me?
He does have the ability to help you turn left and right, but not up and down.
He's going to turn that thing back around for me.
Okay.
So he's going to turn the turret back using the electric to be straightforward.
Okay, so that'll be his fast action then.
Yep.
And it's not a roll or anything because it's simply a push of the button.
Yep.
So that gets you back to that
Yay.
front position.
Yay.
Yay. Okay. So his turn is done. Next up is the one of the anti-tank guns. And they're looking at you. Let's see.
No, they aren't.
Liar. Is 120 meters. 120, so that's close range. -1 for the smoke. What's that for that? Okay. Let's do this. So, as you guys start to move up, and you know the TC's making his calls, things like that. You know there are random ricochets of rounds that you know are hitting the tank at different spots. You know, whoever's hitting them, maybe they're actually aiming at it, maybe they aren't. But what really notices it, and if you guys remember last round when we ended, as you were moving up, you had a giant explosion off the right side of your tank, and it showered the tank with sand and debris and things like that. Well, basically, it happens again. You know, so your entire tank just gets rattled. You don't feel like you took any damage, but you guys definitely felt that. Okay. So, yeah.
Any idea what it was? Any of us?
You would probably have assumed that it was either artillery, mortars, or an anti-tank weapon.
Did that come from the same bunker as last time? I mean, I got
Yes.
my eyeball in this thing, right? And so as it's turning, I would assume that it was it this bunker or was it this one?
That one, oh, I might have him, here, I'll do that so he actually shows up. I couldn't get him on top, so, but yeah, it's that bunker right there.
Okay.
Yep, alright, so that was his turn. And I want to make a note, because these guys have to do a reload.
Who's in Badger?
Like, crew-wise?
Yeah, who's the TC over there? Is that the LT?
No, the LT's in Big Ugly.
Okay.
Badger is ran by Sergeant John Bailey.
Okay. I have a Knoblauch action whenever we get back to being able to freely talk.
You guys can freely talk in between when I'm doing different things, so if you want to do
Okay,
that,
cool.
that's
Yeah.
fine.
So Knoblauch would be getting on the horn, and you know, Badger, this Badger, this is Blackjack over.
This is Mushroom. We got a snake!
A snake! Oops.
Try.
Badger, this is Mushroom.
Oh god.
This is Badger,
Mushroom.
go ahead.
Mushroom, this is bad.
You got a tip?
Give me some AP on that goddamn rounds coming out of that bunker. We're taking out the big boy here. I need you to give us support here.
Bunker, there's like 12 of them. Which one are you talking
The
about?
one that just shot. Oh wait, no, that's not Knoblauch. Sorry, that's me. If you could, please shoot at the one that just took a shot off at me. It's off to our about 2 o'clock, maybe approximately 120 meters out.
Copy that.
Sorry, I went into the bishop, not the Knoblauch.
That's okay. And so the German infantry's done. We're up to our loader next.
Loader? Just met her. I had not loaded that AP yet, had I?
You had not, no.
Okay. So we established that at the end of the last game, I believe, that he was going to want an AP, so I am loading an AP.
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Your heavy weapons test. Any modifiers you might have?
Not that I know of.
You did it!
Yeah!
Yes. Yeah! I feel like this is an 86 cartoon. Okay, so what did you do? Tell us. Got us in.
I picked up an AP and I loaded it.
Didn't even smash your fingers this time.
This
Didn't smash my fingers.
that was exciting. That was riveting. Thank you.
I popped the round in, I slammed it shut, and AP up!
All right. And that was your slow action. Anything you want to do with your fast action?
I don't think there's anything I can do. So negatory.
Negatory. All right. So let's see. Since you've called out two things, I'm gonna do two quick ones real quick. Your first, you called out the Bandito, right, TC?
Correct.
And you wanted him to do what?
Bandito was had a close call last round. He was ordered to take out his target and then prepare to fire on the much larger bunker.
Okay, so then I will do that real quick. So give me 1 second. Okay.
You did it, Bandito!
Plus
Good
one.
job.
Hang on. Uno mas. Por favor.
You did it. You did it.
It is 200 meters. 200 meters. Let's do an AP. That's just in range. -1 for the smoke. And he does that. All right, so let's see. That's 4. Four points. Critical. All right, so do this.
Get critted, motherfucker.
Okay. I know what's happening. I know what's happening. So just south of you, obviously you guys are focused again on what's in front of you, not really so much the north and south. You're just hoping the guys you're asking for help or ordering are doing what they've been told to do. So what you don't see is Bandito's driver. He doesn't move forward, but he does pull on the sticks to bring his tank kind of cockeyed, so it's putting its front plate at the target that he's firing, since you remember the front armor on a tank is the strongest. So inside the tank there's a lot of working going on. The crew's talking to each other. The loader George Neal is hollering over at the gunner Vinny Spagnoli to that he's loaded up and that he was ready to fire. So he gets ready and he takes that shot. And you guys, actually, the TC and likely anybody who's looking forward that has a view, would see this, or at least maybe the fire that comes with this. He hits his target, and from either the ricochet or the explosion of the armor-piercing round that he just sent through this 50mm anti-tank gun, you see it just go straight up into a torch. And there aren't explosions yet, but you do start to see flames and black smoke that are coming from that. So it's definitely has been hit. So that was Bandito's turn. Blackjack, you're already up, so that's no need for that. And now we are on to our gunner, Mr. Ojos.
Can I hold for a breath to see what Badger's going to do?
You mean
so basically, as Knoblauch is kind of pivoting our turret, right? I got my eye onto this thing. I hear him call out, Badger, take out that gun that's on us. And I'm kind of just watching for like maybe, 3 quick breaths, to give Badger an opportunity to see what he's going to do.
Yeah, that's fine. I forget the word that's used in the book, but it's essentially you can pause to a certain point. Yes. So you said it's going to be after Badger?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I forget the name of it right now, but all right. So then we'll go to Badger real quick, and then we'll come back to you.
Okay.
So
thanks.
yeah, absolutely. So we're gonna run through the same things that we just did with Bandito here. All right. So. Okay. Range. 190, so he's within range. No mess ups there. Let's do this first. So that's the driver. The driver, like the previous one, doesn't move anywhere, but he wrenches on the sticks and he puts that front end of the tank facing the target that they're going at. So he's also got an extra success, and he's gonna send that to the gunner. So the gunner is gonna make his roll. As you stated, he wanted to hit that anti-tank gun, the 37 millimeter there. They're gonna have a -1 for the smoke, the heavy smoke. No distance modifier, but he gets a +1 for the driver's ability to kind of help line him up. So no modifiers there. And he hits. And let's do that. So damage is an extra 4. Let's see what happens. Bam. Let's see what this guy does.
See what happens.
Okay. So below you guys, or sorry, to the north, Badger takes his, lines up his tank, and he also fires off a shot. You like my shot? So he fires off the shot. It does hit its target. It doesn't seem to cause an explosion like the one that Bandito did, and it's unknown if the target is still up or not. But across the radio, Sergeant Bailey calls up, Blackjack, this is Badger, over.
This is Blackjack, go ahead.
We hit him, but he still might be up. Not sure yet. Just keep your eye out.
Roger that. So as Knoblauch is turning that turret, he hears down. Him and Ojos have worked together, quite a bit. It's almost like they're the same person. Like they're thinking exactly of like right now. And so he comes off of the stick whenever the turret kind of continues to pivot until it's on that target right there, the one that shot at us.
Okay.
And then Ojos is going to use, since he doesn't have to use his fast action, he's going to go ahead and use his fast action to fire coax, and then his slow action to fire that AP round into there.
Okay. So let's do this. So your coax is the 30 cal. Where we at? And you're pumping at that 37 millimeter?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me adjust this volume real quick. So that is 120 meters. 120 meters with the 30 cal. That is considered medium range. So that's -1 modifier, and then -2 modifier because of the smoke. Are you going a burst or full auto? You just mashing that down and?
I'm using it more to help aim, so we'll just do a burst.
Okay.
You see the tracers are gone, but also to kind of rattle their cage a little bit.
Okay. So your total modifiers, plus and minus, give you a +1 on your roll.
Okay. So this is using that 1919. I'm not seeing the 30 cal anywhere else.
Yeah, let me see.
All I got the main guns, and then the 50 cal, and then the Thompson.
Yeah, I don't have it. For you, it's gonna be your tech roll.
Yeah. I'll roll my tech roll flat.
Okay.
Then.
Yeah, I'll
so-
put that in there for you.
No, it's no worries. So tech roll at 1, you said?
At 1, yes.
Firing.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead and you said it was more suppression, right?
It's coax is useful for determining, where the main gun's going to go. So I'm using it more for that than anything, and to kind of rattle their can. So yeah, I guess it would fall underneath suppression.
Okay. So for that, let me real quick here. Okay. So you were spot on with your coax. So tell me what you do, and I'll tell you what happens, at least with the start of the crew.
So with already being lined up onto that target, to the Knoblauch, kind of read my mind, immediately grab the trigger for the coax and fire. You could see, there's what's burst for this be? It's how many?
What's
like 10 or something like that.
Burst, it's 5.
So 5. So it's like first it's a tracer that goes down range. There's a couple of spatterings off this area, and then another tracer. And I'm kind of like looking down the eyesight, and I'm like, I grin just a little bit because it's like I got you. And then I'm getting ready to shove on that foot pedal.
Okay.
After I see what kind of happens here.
Yeah. So you watch them, and they already seem to be like pretty heavily dazed, and there's not as many anti-tank soldiers standing there that looks that like there should be. You know what I mean? Maybe they're just not there anymore. Maybe they got pink misted thanks to Badger's spot on shooting, or maybe they hit the deck. But you're really only kind of seeing one guy right now, and he's really more staggering than he is working that gun.
Fuck. Oh man, that's tough because I would need a fast action to keep moving that turret, right?
Yeah, to rotate it.
To do a secondary target, so to do a different target.
Yeah.
I'm not paying for these rounds. Fuck that gun. I'm firing off the main cannon into it.
Okay. All right. So
Wait. So sorry, I'm reading something here. Okay, coax on a different target, different direction is slow action. Damn it. All right, nope, fuck it. I'm not paying for these rounds. Let's do it. Let's see here. Where's Blackjack at? Why is it not popping up? There we go. Main gun. This is going to be that right there. So I am at short range with this thing.
Yep.
I got plus. Does it calculate the +1 already for the gyro stabilization?
Yes, that is included.
Okay, so -1 for smoke then.
-1 for smoke, sir.
Okay. Do I get anything for the coax kind of lining me in?
I'll go ahead and give you a +1 since you're using your shit, right? You know what I mean?
Yep. Zeroed out
resources. Yeah.
Bamses. Thunk.
That is all you need. All right, so go ahead and roll damage. It's going to be a +4.
Okay. Why is this thing is really slow loading? Does not want to load up the tank for me. Just need to keep this as a pop out. There we go. All right, damage roll 4.
Okay.
Critical hit.
Yeah, there's no need to even do that. He only had 1 point left, so let me see here. Let's do this. You, sir, tell me what happens.
So, with that, kind of just seeing that guy still there, right? You never leave a threat, alive. So, Ojos kind of just opens his eye just a little bit more. That smile is still on his face, and he presses his foot down on the pedal and goes, away! Sends it right into that bunker, and it actually punches through the bottom and goes into there and out the back, and basically kind of creates that whole vacuum and sucks that guy out through that little tiny hole. It's not want to be the one that has to clean that up. And he looks down and he says, horror, load me Willie Pete. We're going to ruin somebody's day.
So Willie Pete, we lost Sev on Skype, but you're back now.
Dang.
Yeah, I'm here. It was just camera problems is all.
I don't see any camera problems. You look fucking handsome as fuck, Sev.
He's not wrong. Man's not wrong.
Say your last thing again there, Wolf.
What, that he got sucked out through a hole?
Oh, no.
Or that
Willie
Severian's handsome? Oh, load Willie Pete into the tube. We're going to ruin somebody's day, Horner.
Yep.
Okay, so that concludes the second round here. Let me move some things here.
I will BRB.
Okay.
Hey, well, fucking threaten me.
Threaten him with a good time.
We got an equipment drop.
Equipment
Yeah, I
drop!
see from Preacher. Yeah. The beach man himself.
Some beach. Somewhere.
For the godless heathen. So if you're still here,
Oh, that's not
Preach, what are you giving him?
Giving a bag of these nuts.
These nuts. Ba-na-ba-na-ba-na. Alright, so
Oh man,
Okay.
I hope this fucking works out, because this would be one to write home to mom and dad about.
Mom and Dad?
Yep.
Okay. So we're gonna get back into the next round of combat here. I will roll everybody, minus the dead people. Let me take them down and remove. Okay, so got all of my dudes. Yeah, okay. Actually, let me add him in here. And he's still where he is. Okay. All right, gentlemen. Well, you are up first there, Mr. Gunnerman Pants.
Yes, so I'm going to be holding my action for now, because number one, I don't have any rounds in the pipe. Number two, I don't have the. Let me see. Hold on, zoom in just a little bit here. I do have the field of view that I need. Yeah. I need Horner to go before me. Because I need that Willie Pete. Because here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna let you know too, Severian, so that maybe I'll wait until even after you go. You might be able to line me up just a little bit better. So Willie Pete, right, is white phosphorus. It is very, very bad stuff. It's not gonna puncture through any walls, but my goal here is to make a fucking 1 in a million shot. Unless this thing from Preacher fucking ends up being a thing. So we'll see here in a second. But basically, I'm going to be aiming for this slit into here. I'm going to burn every single fucking lucky strike that I have, and we're going to try and shove a Willie Pete inside of this fucking bunker. It basically explodes out into a bunch of fire and smoke. So the big thing here, number one, the goal is going to be to provide smoke cover from anybody that's in this thing, right? So we're going to try and make their rolls even worse. If we can burn them out, even better. That way we ain't got to waste a bunch of AP rounds trying to fucking rattle the cage on this thing. So it's going to be one of those like all or nothing, write home about it or die trying kind of thing, but we'll see.
Sounds good.
Well, you just
That's what
decided
Buddy
to
Guy
risk
is all
us all
about.
dying.
You're my loader. You just load. Just load the Willie Pete in there. Okay?
All the Willie Pete's have my signature on the shell.
Do they? Then that's even better luck. So I don't know if you saw the chat thing here. Their GM.
Oh, I do now. High velocity armor piercing, a tungsten dart encased in aluminum. High velocity and penetration. Not as effective as penetration wise as APDS. Way more accurate APDS. Also used exclusively to kill skilled tanks. Okay.
Well, we definitely won't use that.
Not yet.
No, not yet.
Yeah, so we'll set that round aside for use when you want. Just let me know because I'll do a different damage in our AP rating.
Sounds
So
good.
thanks, Preach. Thanks,
Thanks,
Peach Man.
Preach. Love you.
Raise up that PBR for us all. Like you're on the beaches, but not Utah. Okay, so you're gonna go after Calvin Horner, correct?
Buddy Guy, are you, so, I mean, basically, let's just go with this in game. So Bishop gets onto the intercom here for the tank and says, I want to shove a Willie Pete down that in this bunker's fucking face. It'll help obscure us, and maybe we can burn some of these fucking Nazi bastards out. And that he says that over the channel in case, to see what anybody else ends up saying about it.
And
I'm running right up on him, so you better line up that gun.
Just make sure you give me a good view of that slit up here to the north.
You got it. I'll give you the view of any slit you want.
Ooh. I don't even know what to say to that. So then I'll wait until after Buddy Guy. Then I'll hold my action all the way to then, just to play it as safe as possible.
Get a stack. Okay.
So hopefully he can do us a good roll here and help get me into position.
All right. So then I will drag you all the way down here to Buddy Guy. That's not what I wanted.
Thanks, Buddy Guy.
There we are. Okay. So then up first is going to be Everett Sweet Pea Pines, our bog gunner. Sev, that's you, baby.
So Sweet Pea is going to be scanning the ground in front of the tank, looking for anything that Buddy Guy would need to know about to, avoid or get into a better position. So just rolling that perception, I guess. Okay.
No modifiers from me because the smoke's not really affecting you, and it's starting to slowly dissipate. Okay. As you're doing that, I'll kind of give you an update as to what's going on with the rest of the beachhead. So all along, the battle continues to rage on. Tanks move forward. Some of them are getting knocked out. Troops are getting torn apart. They're getting cut down by the MGs. They're getting blown up into pieces from the mortars, from grenades, things like that. It really is carnage on the beach. They're trying to cower in these craters. They're trying to cower behind the tank traps, things like that. But for the most part, it does provide zero cover. They just sit there and get shot, get pushed down. So you guys, there is progress being made if you're looking at it from an aerial view, but it is costly at this time.
I don't believe I have access to roll on his sheet. Everything's grayed out. Yeah.
Okay. 1 second.
But I'd like to spend one of his lucky strikes to add to that dice pool for his perception check.
Okay. There you go. You should have access now. Okay. And you're scanning pretty much the area in front of the tank, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you don't see any threat at this time.
Okay. But that adds to my drive roll or operate roll, right?
Yeah, that's going to give you a... Let me see where we're at. With the rules I made up, the perception check is going to give you, I believe, a +1 to your driver's roll.
Okay, cool.
Cool. All right. And do you want to do anything with your fast action?
Wipe sweat off his brow. That's all he does.
All right. Copy that. Okay, up next is the TC. Oops. Knoblauch. You're up.
So I'm just looking here. Sorry, I'm looking at what's fucking happening behind us. I ain't gonna fucking help at all anyways. Okay, so for Knoblauch's slow action, he's gonna try and spot again. He heard Bishop's idea and he's trying to support that as much as he can. So he's kind of, he's peering through his periscope and he's, using some of his experience on how finding the best range and seeing if there might be, the perfect angle at which to fire. So he's kind of like keeping his eyes out for that opportunity to hit.
Okay.
So, how many dice do you get for a lucky strike?
You get 1.
I'm going to use one of his lucky strikes.
The rules reference said 2.
Does it? Do it say 2?
That's what I was doing, yeah.
For add. Oh yeah, sorry. Add 2 dice to your dice pool. Sorry. I
Oh,
was thinking,
jeez, dude, you big. Why are you fucking cheating me, man? So.
I think for that you should just give him 3.
I think, yeah, fucking cheat me, dick. Yeah, put your goggles down. Get ready for the shitstorm.
Got your knee pads on.
Ooh. Oh my gosh. All right, so his
Add 2
perception
dice. Yeah,
will
that's
be
what I
at
said.
at -1 then, because he's the smoke. Would the smoke have as
smoke's
big of an
dissipating?
impact? I mean, it's a big fucking hole right in the side of that.
So
9
because of where you're at and the fact that the battle's continuing to rage on, the giant salvos from the ships and the bombing from the airplanes, they're no longer in the area, and that's not still going on since you guys made landing. So the smoke is clearing, so there's no longer going to be a negative modifier for smoke for both you and the Nazis, the Germans.
Okay, so his would be at 0 then, because we're hauled down, completely sealed up, buttoned up, and so it's -2 for that, correct?
Let's see. So, yeah, just a
Yep.
-2.
All right, here we go. So it's at a 0 then. +2 for the lucky strike, -2 for being shut in.
Yep. There you go. Okay.
All right, so there we go. That'll add 1 at least, yeah?
Yes, that adds 1 to the gunner.
Yep. And let's see here. Then for his fast action, he's going to use. He's going to finish spinning that turret. He's kind of waiting. He's holding it right, waiting until to see how good Mr. Buddy Guy puts us into position. So he's going to start moving that turret as Buddy Guy starts moving the tank forward.
Okay. And so he does. I think
Okay.
does start to turn and move. Let's see. See? As it starts to move. All right. So that is his turn. It's Bandito. He's gonna do this. Okay, we're on to Bandito now. Now came out real quick.
Knock him out the box, Luke.
Knock him out. Wait. Okay. Oops. So he moves up, and you'll probably see this. Ojos and the TC will probably see this as well. But he takes a shot at the casemate here, and
Is that big bitch?
yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Or I never got it the super deep into the World War II. I'm sorry.
Okay, no, it's okay. So he takes a shot at that giant bunker there, and it does hit. And what you see really isn't much. A huge dust cloud of concrete and other mixtures kind of appear, but as that starts to dissipate, you do see a small little crater on it, but it looks more like a pot shot than anything. And so that was Bandito. Calvin, the loader, you're up.
All right, Calvin heard his order for some Willie Pete. He looks over at the most rare, other than our weapon drop ammo that we keep. He picks one up. He kisses it, and he loads her up.
You kiss the seal and pat the butt.
He does. actually doesn't
All
bite
right,
the
wait.
butt.
Yeah,
That's dangerous.
are you sitting down during that? Are you allowed to be sitting down?
Yeah, what's needs have been bugging
It's actually
him, so.
required. Couldn't stand if he wanted to. That's right. It's why you treat your weapons with love and care.
Move that 10 feet over and fucking tell that thing you love it.
You doing anything with that extra success?
I can pass that on to him, right? Since he's down the line. Of
what you can do is you can use it to load the tank again at the end of the round. That's more of a house rule. So if you're using that +1, just remind me before we go into next round. You'll be able to do a load roll. So in case your gunner's ready to go the first round next time, he'll be able to fire right away.
All right, we'll do that.
Okay.
And Calvin shouts, "Willie Pete, ready to fly."
So he's got one in the tube. So Calvin's done. Badger, I will do one more Badger, and then he's going to be more of a NPC, unless you say otherwise. Let's do this. Okay. Okay. Let's see. So no successes. So he's still able to move, but not where he wanted. And no shots are fired from him.
Wait, you fucking on a vacation, Badger? You fucking over here on the beach with Sweet Pea? Like, what's going on?
He doesn't say anything. Where's my MG42 at? There he is. All right, so let's see. That's gonna be 1+5, and you are +1, so it's 4. Okay. So as you guys are moving and lining things up, you know, obviously the machine guns are still going. They're ripping across all over the place. And all across your tank, Blackjack, let's see, where is it at? That is what you start to hear. It just sounds like rounds are just pinging all over the top of your tank, like they've sighted you in. So you hear that metallic ping that's going on and on. And TC outside, and Ojos, you probably won't see this because your scope is more focused in the distance. But the TC can see the actual canvas of your Donald Duck that helped you float. It's starting to get ripped to shreds, and you know, chunks are kind of flying off, and so some of it starts to hang down off the side of your tank.
Told you it's a blade of armor.
And that MG's done. Buddy Guy, you're up.
All right, I'm continuing forward. So do my operate test. I get, I think, just +1 from that perception. I will hold on to that lucky strike.
Okay.
1, 2.
Okay. And just so you know, in case you don't, and I don't know if you're assuming, but I want to make sure you know. You see this little arm that's kind of coming off of it?
Yeah.
It is like a hold on a minute. Who the hell just joined?
A challenger
Is that
appears.
Mother.
Got room
Look
for
at
one
that.
more, boys?
Oh
Oh my
shit.
god.
I was like,
But he's been keeping
I was like, I didn't
warm.
put a picture there for him.
It's Sweet Pea himself.
Ah, all sun-baked and golden.
Welcome aboard.
I like that he basically waited until he had the ability to do an ammo drop for us and then joined because we got the rule that you can't be in the game. You know what I mean? That was beautiful. Well played, sir.
pick up the ammo.
Of course I'm gonna meta the fuck out of this game. Fuck Dion.
You're so fucking smart. You're as smart as you
Whoa.
are handsome.
Whoa!
It's D-Day. We gotta take all we can get.
Hey, I've been doing some beach recon, boys. Let's fuck shit up.
It's gonna be Sweet Peas D-Day here in a few minutes.
Oh,
We
cheat
learn
ski.
about tank tracks in the same.
Promise?
So, what I was saying was that little arm that extends out is essentially another cement wall or a casemate wall, but it triangles down to the beach. Do you know what I mean? So it kind of provides extra cover should anybody be shooting this direction. They could shoot over it, but in case you drive right up to it, you wouldn't be able to pop him. You'd have to be in another
Right.
spot.
My goal
So-
is to get kind of a little over on the right here and up on the edge of this crater.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use my other action, my fast action, to do another operate test so I can move forward. If I want to move at a diagonal, square, is that considered? Because I can move 20 feet, you said.
Yeah, it's still considered part of your 20 feet. So whatever direction you move is.
Oh,
is
yeah,
part
it
of
should count it. Okay, yeah. All right. And can I spend that lucky strike I just had to add to my roll here?
Yeah. And remember, rules reference, it gives you 2 extra dice.
Yeah.
Thanks for the reminder. We would have forgot that one.
You're welcome. I'm here for this.
All right.
We just need to get Forlath in the chat to ammo drop some more dice.
Okay, so yeah, that's successful, and you have two lucky strikes. What are you doing with those?
All right. Passing them on to the gunner. So I'm kind of coming up around, the edge of this crater here, trying to get some view just past this cement wall and angle the tank just right up so he can get that Willie Pete in there.
Okay, and you still have your fast action if you want to do it.
Oh, no, I rolled twice, moved up.
Oh, you did? I missed that.
Yep.
Okay. Oh no, so you have one. So you have 3. So you get you have 3 total.
No,
lucky
because
strikes.
from the first one I banked it and then spent it for more
Oh,
dice.
okay. Sorry, I heard you say that, but I didn't know that's what you were doing. Okay. All right, perfect. So there we go. All right, so you are in prime position, sir, and that means Buddy Guy's turn is done, and that means Mr. Ojos, your time to shine has arrived.
Well, let's
I did
fuck
my
it.
part.
Let's hope this isn't a bilge pump. So, I've been waiting, right? Like, I hear the Willie Pete round get put into there. You got Knoblauch turning the turret. It feels like it's building up, right? It's getting there, and so as Knoblauch gets the turret turned, I'm immediately grabbing the trigger and squeezing off coax so that I can guide that shot even more. Because the goal here is to take that Willie Pete and shove it right through that slit into there, right? So I'll use my fast action to fire the coax. Again, it's more to spot. And then I'll use the spotters or Knoblauch's extras die for the roll. I'll use the 2 from our driver that positioned me so well, and then I'm burning both of my lucky strikes. So this is one of those. As we're going up, I got my one hand on the coax trigger and I got my other hand wrapped around my rosary, and I'm muttering a kind of a quiet prayer as I'm getting ready to do this. So as soon as that bunker slit comes in, I'm firing off the coax first.
All right. So give me that tech roll. I believe is for you, right?
Yep. So let's see, combat. Let me double check something here. I don't think I included this in my last one. I got big guns. Okay, so that's bug guns. All right, eagle eye. Okay, cool. All right, here we go. Tech roll. So it'll be flat 0, I would imagine, right?
Yeah. There's no
Oh
smoke
no, wait. Well,
modifier now.
I'm firing off. Well, we're going full auto. I need as many tracers into that area as I can. So
Okay, so that's gonna be For full auto, it's a +5.
Okay.
And don't forget when you're done, whoever's marking the ammo for his also, he's going to be down 50 from his 30 cal, from his coax.
Who also?
Wolf.
But also to who? Who else am I marking down?
Christ. Not comfortable.
The other one was Sweet Pea, if you hadn't already, when he made his first, in the first round that we started. I was just making sure you did that.
It's just one total pool of 30 cal, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so it'll be 50, 50, 100. So, you're successful in that.
Okay.
Wolf.
So just firing off those rounds, I'm kind of just giving the turret a little bit of a nudge and a nudge and a nudge to zero in on that. I'm trying to pull up I can't pull up Blackjack for some reason. I'm trying here. All right, here we go. So I got Blackjack. I'm going to click on the Willie Pete. All right, so I have +1 to fire big guns. +1 from my coax.
Okay.
Plus 1 from Forlath, +2 from Buddy Guy, and then another 4 for both of my lucky strikes. So that should be 9er.
9er is correct.
All right, here we fucking go. Please blow on my dice. Somebody blow on my dice.
Just give me 1-6, man.
Just blow on my dice. Here we go. Four successes.
Okay. Turn that down just a little bit.
So given how difficult of a shot that is, I would imagine I probably need to pump all those into making their life a living inferno hell inside of that bunker.
Okay. So go ahead and blazing. Since it's successful, still give me a damage roll, sir.
Okay. Modifier.
No modifier. There's going to be fire and other stuff that I'm going to have to do here.
Rolling. Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah!
Okay. So
Just panicked my dog.
so yeah, obviously you're successful. Do you want to describe anything else?
No. I mean, that Willie Pete round doesn't have far to go, and so it kind of, I would imagine it just goes inside of the bunker. That's my question. I guess would be my first.
It does go inside the bunker.
So it goes in, right? And there's this momentary pause, and then it's like this loud, almost popping noise as that Willie Pete explodes and just showers out all of that fucking phosphorus that catches fire in the air.
And so the giant casemate in front of you, you see that go in, and it kind of pops right through there, like you said. And you see you'll see this. Nobody else would probably see this just because of the angle that you have. But yeah, inside it starts to glow. Outside, you might start to hear, if you were standing right next to it, you might start to hear screams and crying. But then you start to see the white smoke come out, not only on this slit, but on this slit down here. And it's not too long after that on both sides you see fireworks basically jut out on both, and that is going to be the secondary explosions of the ammo that was stored right there for those guns shooting outwards. I'm not going to tell you if anybody's alive or dead, but I'm sure you could probably put 2 and 2 together, what their state might be. So after those sparks come out of that side, the white smoke does start to continue to kind of puff out and billow out.
So I get on the intercom. It's like, fuck yeah, good kill, gentlemen.
Love the smell of burning Nazis in the morning.
That was as much everyone in this fucking tank's kill as it was for me. So
And...
down to
Sorry,
Horner. It's load up some HE into there, Horner.
HE. He pulls out the white phosphorus shell and sets it aside in a special aside spot. And he loads an HE.
So you are
HE in the
successful.
tube.
So he gets that in there. And that was your extra one. So I'm going to do a quick thing here.
That just reminded me of something. What are those, what are those big fat rounds that I think, I can't think of the name of the plane now. You know what rounds those are that are like this big? It's like
AC-130, 20 millimeters.
that might be it. I bought one of
Fire
those
strength
shells.
A10?
once. Yeah, from a Warthog. That's the.
Okay.
I bought one of those once at an air show, and they were like spent, but they were supposed to have been like cleaned up in some kind of way. And then on the 4th of July, I was like, oh, it'll be really cool to drop a smoke bomb in this thing and have smoke coming out of the spent shell. It had not been cleaned.
Oh,
And-
fuck.
You would think also being spent there wouldn't be anything, but I got some extra big flames came out of that thing.
Wow, no shit.
Yeah, just thinking about setting aside the white phosphorus shell made me remember that.
Damn.
So awesome.
Yeah, I was surprised when more than smoke came out.
Well, let's see.
Download a little bit.
Was it like a oh shit, put it out, or like oh shit, stand back 10 more feet and drink more of your beer?
Closer to the second, it was like a, oh shit, this is actually dangerous. I might lose an arm.
I'm gonna stand back here, close one eye, and drink more of this beer until it's over.
I'm holding
Gotta
it.
put
And
your
it's like,
squints on.
do I drop it, or does that
Yeah,
risk it aiming at me? Or...
Put on those safety squints. Exactly that. Protect me, Sam Adams. You know.
All right, and the damage is... Okay. So off the scenes, you don't see it, but it looks like Badger takes a mortar round directly on top of its engine bay, and you see whatever equipment that they did have stored on there just shoot up and disintegrate from the mortar that hits it. It doesn't seem to cause the tank really any structural issue at this point. You don't see any heavy black smoke or anything like that. So Badger is still in the fight. And then last, right? Was that no? Yeah, one more, two more. So here we are. Babe. Nope, he's gonna fire also. What's this? Okay. Where did that go? There. Control +1. Okay. So that's 6. So 6 minus 6 is 0. So he gets to roll. No armor saves. Also, Badger seems to be the target here on the beach as they move up. Maybe it's because he turned his tank with the side open, and the anti-tank gun kind of took advantage of that opportunity and fired a round directly right at his side. And it hits. It does not penetrate, but it definitely rings their bell and causes some structural damage with the tank. And then lastly,
Somebody shit themselves in there.
oh yeah, they've definitely shit themselves.
Shit my
And then
pants.
lastly, let's see, there's Bandito. 240 meters out. Let's see, combat. That's going to be a -1. Okay. And 6. That. So, actually, and then what you see also in the background, there's another anti-tank weapon on a Tobruk, way in the back. It kind of pops off a shot at Bandito, and it's a big round. It comes streaking in, and it definitely hits the front of that tank. But because of the armor on the front of that tank, it does not penetrate. It doesn't cause any damage, and the round ricochets off of the front of that. And so that is up. We are on the next round. I will reset initiative. Oops. And then roll for everybody. Let me make some adjustments as more and more are going up. Real quick here, so you guys can talk about what you want to do while I do this.
Somebody give me a quick update on what's going on.
Sure, absolutely. So, we remembered that going towards the south would be a bad idea because it's mined.
Right.
So the goal here is to get through the seawall here and get somewhere over in this direction, right? Because that's our goal, is to secure that area.
Yeah, right.
So the idea is to move to the north. There's a break in the seawall. It looks like it was done through the naval bombardment. That way we avoid most of the mines. But any of this route could be mined, so it's important for you to kind of keep an eye out. Knoblauch gave you an order to make sure you're squirting anything that looks like a machine gun to give these guys on the beach a opportunity to live. But Buddy Guy actually kind of gave you a reminder to keep your eyes open too for any mines, so that we don't run over them that Knoblauch and Bishop didn't even think about. We've taken out two major targets this round. Last time we'd taken out this AP a gun. We took out this AP gun, and now this bunker held AT guns. This bunker held AT guns of going both north and south. We needed to secure it before we started moving to the north, and that was what the point of shoving that Willie Pete into there was, to burn it out, because this casemate. See, I learned things. Thank you, Dion. I appreciate your education. They fired an AP round into it, and it just kind of like gave a crater. So we burned that out so we can start heading to the north. So now the goal is to get to the north and start rooting these guys out so we can get to our objective and secure it.
Got it. Like it. Good work.
All right. So
Anybody have anything else to add? Sorry,
No,
for
go ahead,
Buddy
go ahead.
Guy or Horner, you guys got anything to add?
Nope.
Okay. So all over the beach, some real progress is being made now. Now that several of those AT guns are down, and the fact that this large casemate bunker here with the two anti-tank guns seem to be out of commission right now. It's just heavy smoke that's pouring out of them. There are some troops still firing. You see the MGs still going. There is an active couple AT tank, anti-tank weapons still going across the beach. More tanks seem to be progressing up the beach, but also at a cost. And then also a lot of the does, they have started to move up as well, and make progress now that they see a little bit of hope. Now, you know, they got Blackjack. He's essentially leading the way, leading the front at he's the closest to this seawall right now. That seems to provide some motivation for everybody to get going, especially after what happened inside that actual bunker. And up first is Badger, and I already did his rolls. And he moves up and takes a shot at a anti-tank weapon, but he does miss. So we are into.
You ping his target. Can we see that from our position?
What's that?
Where was his point of aim?
Right there.
Got it. Copy.
So, Calvin, you're up.
Well, I've already got one in the tube, so I'll defer until after the gun is fired.
Copy that. All right. So you want to defer then after Wolf? Okay.
Yep.
There we are. Okay. Then that means Sweet Pea, you up, baby?
So I'm gonna keep with orders. First thing, I would like to keep an eye out for any mines first, and then second, looking for any heads that decide to pop out. Maybe something we didn't catch with the smoke out, or new units that are trying to set up a temporary shooting position, anything like that. So primary looking for mines, secondary looking for guns.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check then, sir. Since mines are going to be a little more minute and attention to detail, and the fact that you're kind of looking at the ground but then looking up for guns, I'm going to give you a -1 modifier on your roll.
-1 on it. Coming at you.
Okay. You can push that if you want. You have potential of 2 FUBARs.
No, I'm gonna leave it where it's at for now.
Okay. So you look around. You're not seeing anything in front of you in terms of mines or really in the immediate area. And also, you don't see anybody running towards like any big guns to maybe pick up the anti-tanks again if they're still functional.
Understand. So I kind of holler out that everything's clear, high and low so far to Buddy and Bishop.
And do you want to do anything with your fast action?
I don't think so, but let me go back and check.
There's not much that you can do. I'll let you use it as another perception check, but depending on how you or what you want to look for, I'm going to give it even more of a negative modifier.
Can
yeah, go ahead.
Hold on. Sorry, Preach, because I want to help you. So Knoblauch's turn is next, right? Would it be possible to help support his role here by also, because our major targets in this area are down. Bishop's going to be kind of just picking targets as he can, so there's nothing to really sight in for. So what I was hoping for is you're hearing that Sweet Pea is, kind of sighting out for mines. That's an important thing for a commander to be looking for too. So he's going to be kind of spotting it. The two of them can kind of, help each other with this this investigation.
Okay. Yeah. So if we could use his fast action then if you want to kind of.
Yeah, so basically what I'm trying to do is shove the roll off onto Sweet Pea so that I'm not rolling for Knoblauch. I want Sweet Pea to have more of a thing to do here than for me to play a second character. You get it?
Yeah. Yeah, then
I can tell you that Sweet Pea would be looking more for mines than he would be for guns, because mines would have been something he would have paid attention to in training, being able to sight those, understand what they look like, things like that. So he would have actually been looking more for mines than guns necessarily, and if that helps at all as far as character roleplay goes.
Yeah, so with that, what we'll do then, we'll do a little retcon. Since you're going to be looking for that specifically, and Knoblauch's going to be helping you with an assist. So then make your perception roll. No negative modifiers, a +1 for the buddy helping you.
+1.
Sorry about that, GM.
God.
I just
No, it's fine.
thought about it, and it's like let's give the guy that's here like a little bit more.
Yeah. So nothing, but if you push, right now you're going in with no food bars.
I was about to say I want to push that if I can.
Push it real good.
So you can re-roll all 6.
What?
You can re-roll all 6.
All right. You want me to just roll?
Yeah, you do.
You want me to do that manually?
Sure.
I'll just do the roll
Whatever you
again,
want,
or
yeah.
do the perception roll again.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be easier. Do that with a +1 again.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ooh, nice. We like that better.
Okay, so on your sheet, can you mark foobar? 1.
I can. Foobar 1.
Okay. Are you at 1 or 2?
I'm at 1. Just 1 foobar right now.
All right. So you are successful, and you have 2 lucky strikes. What do you like to do with them?
I would like to claim 1 for myself to bring me back up to 2.
Okay.
And then
House rule that I made first game. It's kind of based off of my Star Trek Adventures game, where if you would use extra successes, you could use it to retrieve more information. In this instance,
I'd
be more for.
was
like
actually looking at
scanning
the
heavily
house
for
rule
mines.
stuff, and yeah. So we'll use that. We'll use that 1 for more information. I actually just read that as you were reading it to me on your rules reference in the journal entry. But yeah, that's what I want to do.
So, so you scan here, and your field of view isn't too big, obviously, because of you're inside the tank, and you've got your periscope basically. But your periscope does move; it does spin. So you're looking around and such, and you can't tell if it's debris, shrapnel, wood, things like that. But as you scan around, you do see something right there, and you see something right here that could potentially maybe be a mine, maybe not. So here I'll do a mark.
Yeah, I was about to say. So
Oops.
here and here.
Yeah. There.
So, I would immediately first person I would holler to would be Buddy driver. I would say, hey, we got 2 potential issues on my mark, and then you just see me kind of spin the gun and go, and I shoot 2 30 cals into the dirt right beside where they are.
Okay.
And then I would obviously, TC would probably heard that, and he would catch that as well.
Copy that. So you fire a couple rounds off, and you help guide him in and point him in that direction. Oops.
Hades, are you keeping track with rounds through Foundry, or just on your own somehow?
Yeah, on the tank sheet.
Okay. I can help you out with that if you want.
I can get it.
Okay, that's fine.
50 more, a 30 cal.
No,
it was-
just 2.
yeah,
just like
just a
just 2
couple.
spot rounds.
We'll do a burst.
Or you can say just say 10, like 5 apiece.
Yeah, burst is 5, so we'll use a burst.
Yeah, that worked.
Cabby marked.
Perfect. All right, so that takes us to Knoblauch. So with that assist, we'll take his slow action down, but you still have a fast action.
Knoblauch would just be ready to help position the the turret if it came up.
Okay. Does he have a direction he wants to do that?
Not yet. So you just be kind of holding off on that if you could. Basically, we're with the heading. I imagine that we're going to shift to heading northbound now. So taking the turret and kind of putting it to about 11 o'clock or so.
Okay. And for some stuff like that, I'll allow it. Normally, you'd have to do your fast and slow action on your turn. I'm going to picture this kind of as this is heavy communication between him and the gunner and the crew. So, that communication right there is, I guess, how I'm symbolizing that you can. I'll let you do that later.
Yeah, absolutely.
Roughly translates to, gentlemen, follow this, and go that way.
Let's do that. Okay, so one of my anti-tanks is up. It's within range, short range, no modifiers. Trouble in Paradise. One success. Let's do damage. $10. It was 13. So, and his, what was that rating? 6? Oh. Well, shit. Okay.
And we just died, everyone. Good game. Good game.
Nah. That was on Babe. But in front of Babe, you see this 50 millimeter turn.
Jesus Christ.
And let me make sure I'm gonna say this right. So give me 1 second. Uno mas.
Can we only use lucky strikes to cancel the critical if it's against us?
I use them to calm myself down most of the time.
Depending on.
Oh, so it does say one against you or one rolled against an enemy. Okay.
Yeah, just so we're not. I was kind of thinking if everybody chipped in on one, I might use it to pull a critical from somebody. But let me finish this, and then you can do that if you want to. I just wanted to make sure. So that thing turns, and it does fire, and it does ricochet. It does hit the front of that armor, the front glasses plate of the Sherman, and the round from
us.
What's that? No. On up here on Babe. Sorry.
Yeah. Giving me the big panics.
Oh, sorry. No panics. So that thing turns and it fires and it pops him dead in the nose. But maybe the fact that the round just can't penetrate, it doesn't do anything. It does shoot and it does ricochet. So this is if you were in Babe, this is what you would hear. It hits and then it ricocheted and spun away. I'll do it again. One more time.
That would make me shit my pants for sure.
And yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah,
definitely
be a
rung
brown
their
cutout
bell.
for me.
Yep. Which I will actually make a note for Babe. Okay. So that is done. We'll skip the infantry. And then the next one is up. And let me run him real quick. Wow. He turns. He's firing it. No. 200. So medium range, -1. -1. 3. Okay. 1 point of damage. So 6 to 0. He gets no armor saves. So that takes that, and it's not a critical. What happened was another anti-tank weapon in the back had spun and realized it didn't do shit to Bandito, so it spun and turned and saw a little bit of Badger's side open, so he took the shot and he hit. It does not penetrate, but it did cause some structural damage to it. So, you know, Badger and Babe, they're really in the thick of the shit now.
Well, they should learn how to fucking shoot better, and they wouldn't have this problem.
Right?
We're
So-
fucking right up against the shit. We're fine.
Right?
Like, come on.
Buddy Guy, you're up.
Come on, buddy guy.
All right, driving her forward still.
In which direction?
Just continuing forward. I'm gonna punch through that barbed wire.
Okay.
So there's my first one.
And-
I am going to bank that and then just use it on my next roll for moving forward again. So let me move up. There's 1, 2. And adding 2 to this one for the lucky strike. There we go. And 1, 2.
Okay. So, you get that tank moving up. Did you have any extra successes, or did you use the one? Yeah, you used it for the
Yep,
second roll,
nothing
right?
extra.
Okay.
Yep.
So, tell us what happens as you move the tank forward.
So I driven that up, perfectly helped our gunner line that shot up. It goes off, and then I just continue with the tank heading forward. I make note of the mines that are called out to my right and decide to just keep going forward to try and punch right through all of this barbed wire and maybe get some cover as we go north along this wall.
Okay. And that you do. So, next. Judge Wolf, you're up. Ojos.
Do we have a field of view on this anymore now that we're getting close to that seawall? Do we still got point of view on him?
On which one?
The one I'm pinging right now?
You do not see him anymore? No.
And how about this guy up here?
You do have a view on him, yes.
All right, so given that the turret's kind of off to the left just a little bit, I'm going to use my fast action to use the electronic to shift to the right.
Okay.
And we're going to try and fucking HE that bad boy.
Okay. And don't forget you have your TC's ability to help move you too.
Okay.
Because remember...
Yeah. I just assumed that he said he was going to the left, and then I have to shift back to the right, so
yeah.
I'll use my fast action for that, assuming that keep the rules straight.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I need. Where's my tank? Where's my tank? There's the tank. Okay, so we're doing HE. What's the distance on that?
190. So you're within short range.
Short range, beautiful. So that calculates the auto gyro stabilization already. 1 for my special ability. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
All right, we're rolling.
Give me damage, sir.
Okay, damage. What's the modifier?
4.
4. Rolling. Nice.
And so... So read that, and then go ahead and tell me... Let's see. Tell me what happens for this most part.
Okay, so we're moving forward, kind of bumping along, hitting that barbed wire. It's getting snagged, tangled up and ripping apart as we're moving up. And I'm getting excited. We're moving, right? We're ahead of everybody. Like this is where we should be. And I see that one AT gun taking shots at our partners, kind of like line up the sights a little bit, slam on the pedal, yell away, and it goes and it hits. Now these guys are inside of a bunker, right?
They're on top of a bunker,
Okay,
but
cool.
their
Beautiful.
anti-tank gun, they have like a small piece of armor that kind of shields him, minus the gun in the middle.
So that round hits basically kind of like right in front of them, on that top of that bunker, and it explodes, and just something up there catches on fire, and there is just smoke pouring off of this thing immediately.
Okay, so let's do this. Okay. So then, yep. So, yeah, you see the smoke, and I just wanted to make sure with the blast radius from the HE, it's going to finish off what I want to say here. So you see that smoke, but and that smoke is it's billowing, and it starts right away, right? And only you see this because you've got your scope and you're zoomed in and such. But you see chunks of body pieces just flying out of that smoke like they had just been blown to bits, right? So, as far as you know, that thing
Not
is out
bits.
of commission.
Gibbs, Ludicrous Gibbs, ladies and
Ludicrous
gentlemen.
Gibbs.
So
Yes.
come across the intercom. So mark another one down. Let's get up in there.
Around.
Okay.
Yeah, I
you doing
need
anything
Horner.
with your
Sorry,
fast axe?
sorry, Horner.
Oh, that was your fast axe.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah.
can do
So don't need the coax into there. So I think we're pretty good on that. Look down at Horner and say, load up another HE round.
HE coming up.
Okay, and so then it's your turn, Calvin. Just give me that roll. So you get it loaded, but it's not actually going to be loaded until next round,
It's fine.
unless you want to push that.
No.
But
that's
there's
dangerous.
4 ones, so I would advise against that.
Nope, it's good.
Okay. All right. So what happens during your turn there, sir? What's the reason that you are a little so delayed?
We'll say when I pulled out the last shell, I grabbed it a little quick and a little too firmly, and it was hot. So I burned my hand for a second, but not burn, just got me, and then I grabbed the next shell and put it in.
Okay. You get it in there. Next up is Artie. So give me 1 second here. Okay. And what's that? Okay. So all around you, more and more, mortars and artillery start to fire, or continue to fire, but nothing I wanted to do that round with that guy occurs. So let's see. Last up is Bandito. Pop him out. And let's do that. And let's do that. Okay. All right, so there, and he's moving up, and across the radio you hear Bandito, Blackjack.
Go ahead, Bandito.
I'm coming up on your rear, but I'm slow. There's still at least another anti-tank back in the back there. I don't know that he's gonna have a view on me now at this point.
Hold on, I need to look at the damn map. Okay, I see him. All right, we ain't got field of view on him. Get up in here as fast as you can. Get close to that seawall. Provide a little bit of cover between you and them.
Understood. Bandito. Let's see.
Bandito.
Okay, so let's see. So that ends combat round number 4. And I'll reset initiative. He's dead, so I'm gonna remove him. And anybody else dead? Nah. Nah. And then I'll adjust those guys later. So more and more, especially TC and Ojos, anybody else that's got a view outside, you do start to see the tanks. They're pretty much close to the seawall now. They're up there. You see a lot of the does, the infantry, have made it up to the seawall as well. While the firing is still going on, they've clearly found a lot of shelter along that wall. Mortars, artillery, they're still going off and pinging all around the beach and the beach head. Thankfully, you guys haven't been hit. But what I'm going to do is I have... I'm going to save those for something else. I know what I want to do with that. What? Hip-hop? I'm saving some food bars for something else. At that takes us to the top of round 5 and also 9:30, where we were going to pause for the day. As long as that's good with everybody else.
Sure. Yep.
Okay, and I will switch us out back to the group here real quick. Where's my sounds? He's going. There. Oops, there it goes. So, after what was that? That was 3 rounds of combat. Blackjack has a body count. What now, of 3?
Well, it depends on how many bodies were inside of that bunker.
Well, targets at least.
1, 2, 3, 4. We're at least at 4. So
4.
we had the AT gun during the first game. We had 2 exterior AT guns, and then we had that bunker. However many were in there.
2 in there.
So we're at 5.
You're 5. That's pretty awesome. You guys are continuing your way up the beach. You've obviously got a strong foothold. As everybody slowly starts to make their way up to the actual seawall. Like I said, fighting is still raging on, and as the story progresses, we'll find out next time. So we'll do our round robin here real quick of everybody, and then we'll get you guys getting on. So I guess we'll go straight to Wolf, since he played both the TC and the gunner. What's going on through the TC's mind just right now? And Forlath can comment on more of that later when he gets back. But I definitely want to hear the thoughts on Ojos, on Bishop.
Knoblauch is focused. That's what he is. He's in the zone. So I think, like you said, I think Forlath can comment more on whether or not he would have done what we did. So next time. As for Ojos is screaming inside with joy. That shot was one of those that it's man. How many? How do I want to say it? It was multi-kill. There we go. I feel like somebody should come out with multi-kill because we had 2 AT guns, one to the south, one to the north, and Bandito showed that you couldn't really do much against it with the AP. So the fact that we were able to take that thing out was, a godsend. And then you see these other guys are struggling as they're moving up, and it's just one shot, one kill every single time. So Ojos is, riding high, unlike the bilge pump. So As for me, being the GM all the time, you get to hear all the players wanting to do all their stuff, and you're like, yeah, dude, that's cool, let's do it. And then it's finally I got to be the one that's like, okay, can please everyone support me on this, and everyone came through and helped make it happen. So I'm fucking riding high too. That was cool.
Yeah, that was a 1 in a million shot, and you had 4 successes on it. So
well, that's all
awesome.
because of everyone else supporting, man. So
awesome, well done. Then we're gonna go to Tech 5. Buddy Guy, our driver. Also, Sev's head is huge in this. Hold on a minute.
Oh, am I?
Yeah,
no,
I forgot to
leave it like that.
leave it like that.
Right there, just like that.
Okay,
that's perfect.
we're right there. We're doing it.
Featuring Doug's forehead.
Featuring Doug's forehead.
He can't function now.
Yeah. So Buddy Guy, he's an adrenaline junkie, and he's riding that adrenaline into the fray now. He's got the support of his crew behind him. He's feeling great, and that small arms fire pinging off his armor is just music to his ears right now.
Beautiful. And Severian, what are your thoughts so far? First real round of combat for you.
Yeah, having fun. It's surprising how like exciting and fun the slower combat of this is sometimes, just because there's so much going on. But every time something happens, it's like it can have such a huge change in this game.
Yes, and just be thankful that you weren't the target of some of those shots.
Okay.
Let's see. So up next, where are we at here? On our bog, our private first class, Everett Sweet Pea Pines. Late show up. He just got back from vacation. Glad you jumped in. It was a nice surprise, dude.
Yeah, dude, that was. I meant to say something about that. That was so good. Seeing you pop into here, baby. Like, I love you so much. Like, it's so good to have you here.
Oh, it was like I'll talk about it a little bit off stream, but we were rushing back, and I finally, like, literally we dropped our gear from the vacation, and I ran in, put some stuff down, and run straight in here, and I was like, I'll be back in a minute. I was like, I gotta hop in and help my guys. But yeah, Sweet Pea's loving it. He's kind of high on the adrenaline of everything. He's kind of like your typical squirrely dumbass redneck up there, just popping shit with his gun. He thinks not to say that like everything is easy by any means, but he feels like he's got a good group around him, and everybody is working well together, and it's easy to make like these different plays and to do these different things because everybody is communicating so well, and he feels comfortable with these guys. As crazy as it sounds, he feels his safest with his guys in his tank, so he's loving it. And
Preacher, your first round of combat too. I know it was a short one, but we got you in at least one.
Yeah, I want to piggyback kind of off what Sev was saying. The cool thing about this is like it's slower combat, but everything feels a lot more integrated and chess-like. And one person having a particular like move set or certain things they can do can change the tide of the combat just by doing one or two things. Something as simple as Buddy Guy deciding he's going to maneuver a certain way and set us up for something, or me deciding to take the 30 cal and start popping at landmines and keep us out of that. Like, those things are tremendous changes to the good. And I think it's cool that everybody kind of has their own niche thing that they can do, but everybody is working to put their piece into the puzzle and have it work as a unit. And I greatly am enjoying this for sure.
That's awesome. And it's good to hear, because when I was working on the rules, I was like, you've seen movies like, the biggest and the most famous one is Fury right now. It's the newest. And you just watch them work together. They just talk and they communicate. And they all move as one. And as I was working on some house rules and how to really take combat and war stories livable, I was like, how can I make this each one of their roles support each other in some fashion. So to hear you guys say that definitely makes me happy.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's definitely come across that way for sure. And it's, I mean, you like, again, the work you've put into this, both on and off stream, is apparent, and you're killing it, dude. It's awesome. It really is.
Thank you. Much thanks, my man. And then we're going to go to our loader, played by Hades. There we are. Calvin Horner, the other private first class, sitting in there, playing with rounds, burning his hands. What's going on through his mind?
Well, Calvin was a little shocked to be asked for the Willie Pete, to be honest. I mentioned before, we only keep a couple of those on hand for a reason. So he was asked for that. He lit up. He did his little ritual with it, gave it a kiss and a smack, and loaded it up. And it flew true apparently, because he heard some excitement afterwards. And so he set that shell aside for later. Some sort of celebratory thing, or what's the word for when people make crafts out of shit like that?
Crafts? Like mementos, kind of?
Yeah, have you ever heard of that? Like, soldiers will save shit like that and etch things into them or whatever. There's a word for it.
Oh, you mean like souvenirs?
No, it's I'll figure it out, but basically he'll come up with some souvenir or something to do with it. But yeah, that was exciting for him, even though he doesn't get to see where it goes or whatever, but he could tell big things happen. And he's happy that he got a little slow on that last load, but he's happy that so far he's keeping the gun loaded and ready.
Yeah, and Hades, what are your thoughts so far on the game?
They hit on most of it. It's definitely unique. It's like a bridge simulator or something where each of our role, works together to move one machine and have one thing moving across the map. So that's definitely a different kind of game, and I think we're doing pretty well with it. So every time you say you're rolling something against us, I get a little scared. Waiting for something to hit us and something to get messed up, lose a track or something, but so far we're riding high.
And that does it for today's game, everybody. We haven't talked about dates yet, so it'll likely be in July, and we'll figure out what those days are, and we'll get it back up. I think that's it. Do we have any other upcoming games anytime soon that I'm missing? I'm forgetting about?
No, but I got one comment real quick I need to say before Sev talks about a game he's having. Sorry. One of the things, dude, I'm sorry. It's important though, because Dion, these other guys have said it and I didn't. I really should have. You're doing a fantastic job as a GM. I know that you did the Star Trek stuff, but you're really coming into your own. Like coming from a player into a GM, you have a knowledge base for this. Like I said, you're teaching me things. You're really doing a good job. This is very involved, and the way that I think Hades mentioned it. When a roll is done, you get a little angsty, and it's like you're like, yeah, it hits on the front of the thing. I'm like, wait, it does what? You even with the rolls in the background, you have a tenseness that's playing into this. So you're doing a fantastic job. And I just needed to say, I'm sorry, Sev, I cut you off. I really do apologize for that, but I wanted to suck Dion off a little bit. Okay, I wanted to suck.
I
him
agree.
Off. I wanted him to be in my slit for a minute.
Ooh. Yeah, thank you for the kind words. It's fun. Like I said, I've done some practice stuff on the side, just to go through different things. It helps me think of, I didn't think of that. What do I do if this or if that? And honestly, like every time I roll the dice on an anti-tank weapon, I'm like, oh my god, I don't know if it's gonna kill somebody or what, but literally it could take one roll to penetrate and then one critical, and that's it. So I myself as a GM, like I really want to see you guys keep going, but I understand also, what happens in the game is up to the dice, but I get a little pucker factor too, because I'm like, but it's fun. It's exciting.
Welcome. We got 1911s for a reason. And I don't like the guys in Bandito any damn way.
Yeah. So thanks for everybody who hung out. Ballard, I see you there in the comments. Thanks for stopping by.
And Seb needs to talk about his game. Jeez,
Seb,
don't leave
go
him
ahead.
out.
Sorry.
I cut him off doesn't mean you need to leave him hanging.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ. Now I take back everything I
It's
said.
not.
No, he
is
spent all
not
his talking
scheduled
time
yet,
as a
but-
big head.
Let Seb's forehead talk.
Sorry.
It's not scheduled yet, but we are continuing Cloud Empress. Probably sometime in the next couple weeks, I'll have a date out there. Sometime in July, we'll continue that. We've got a hex crawl that we're gonna do. Our barge that was flying through the sky has crashed into the ground nearby a city, and the party's gonna kind of go off and do their own thing.
Nice. All right. Fantastic. Well, stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for war stories. And, well, thanks for stopping by.
Tanks.
One.